Welcome back. Sunday night marked the 78th Tony Awards after a record-breaking season on Broadway, and some of the biggest stars from the stage stepped out in style. Here to take a look at some of the flashiest fashion statements is Nia Badger from MMW Style Studio. Welcome, Nia.
Well, thank you for having me once again, Chelsea. It's always a pleasure.
Of course. I'm excited to get into these looks.
So am I.
The first one was... Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see too many, but this one was my favorite just because I love my girl. I feel like it's been her year. This is Nicole Scherzinger. She had a big night. She won her first Tony for Sunset Boulevard, and she is looking red hot.
Absolutely red hot. So if you noticed, I had on red glasses because I said, am I wearing rose-colored glasses looking at everyone? Because everyone looks amazing.
Wait, and you know, Nia, those of you, if you know, you know, Nia's been disappointed by the award show looks recently, but the Broadway girls brought it.
They brought it, and I can take these off because guess what? I believe that they brought it today.
Okay, I love it.
Look.
I love it. No notes. I loved the hair. I loved how it fitted her. The shoes,
waist,
the
very feminine.
Yes,
beautiful.
It was like old Hollywood beauty, classic, no notes. Okay, up next, we've got Audra McDonald, okay? What did you think?
Absolutely loved it. It was a dramatic flair.
Yeah.
It was a purple. It was a pop of color we don't normally see.
Yeah.
We've been seeing a lot of metallics as the pop of color, but my girl said purple, and I'm gonna bring it, and I'm coming with the flair. She's a Tony Award and Broadway veteran, and she does not look old. She looks revamped and new.
That's right. She's saying, I'm not doing the drama that Miss LuPone tried to bring to me. I'm gonna have this look and have a moment, because you know Patti LuPone did shade her a little bit and say that they're not really friends. I don't know what happened with that, but she ended up apologizing.
Well, I think that's because the entire Broadway world stood behind Audra and said, this is not what we do.
Yeah.
We don't attack our own. Patti, that's in poor taste.
Yeah, it was. And we know Patti is very outspoken. Normally that's kind of her thing, but this was one that most people just could not get behind.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to Miss Lea Michele.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Okay, so here's the thing. I did have on rose-colored glasses. I'm gonna put them back on.
You're gonna put them back on to see if you like it?
Because it wasn't my favorite. They're back on.
They're back on.
Wasn't my favorite. I have to look through this lens to
see.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. I think she's young. I think she could have done a lot more. It's a look on a tuxedo.
I think it's kind of cool. I think it's cool.
It's trendy.
Yeah.
But I think you could do more. I would have liked a little more jewelry.
Yes.
I would have liked better hair.
And she doesn't like the hair. You know, she just went with what she always does. That's straight. And let me. Did anyone see her reading at this award show? Did anyone check and see? You know, they try to say the girl is illiterate.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna stick to fashion because you know, not reading. I'm a teacher also. That could be a bad thing. Okay,
my producer's telling me she did read on a podcast, so she proved them wrong. Okay, we're gonna give you. We want you to keep reading and step up the look. That's okay. Next up is one of your favorite looks of the night, Sarah Paulson. Let me see. Oh,
I loved it.
I do.
Absolutely loved it. The glasses are back off. We do not need rose-colored glasses for this.
That's right.
This is,
This is fashion. We're giving shape, style, textures at play. She looks amazing.
But you know what I love?
What?
Hollywood glamour.
Yes.
I think we know this enough about me. I love the texture. I love the velvet at the top. And it's almost like brocade at the bottom. It was amazing. Sarah, she normally plays these really cold characters. You know, she can scare you.
Yes.
She's really a little scary.
Yeah.
But she brought the drama, and I'm here for it.
Apparently something on her dress bumped the mic when she was presenting, and they called it a man-eating dress.
She's a man-eater. Don't you think? All her characters?
Well, her characters.
Her characters.
You know, it's Pride Month.
Absolutely. And her long-term partner it just skipped my mind.
Oh, I forget their name, but they're also of like Holland Taylor. Yes, and they've been together for a long time, so they're beautiful. Now we got to go on to our next person, Dae Kim. What did you think?
My favorite look of the night from a gentleman.
Okay.
This is a nod to who he is, his Japanese heritage. He's the first, well, I'm gonna let you talk about all of that, but I'm gonna talk about the fashion. It's an a nod to who he is and his culture and his heritage. And there's nothing better when people can accept who they are, love who they are, showcase who they are, and
Yes.
it shows in fashion and style.
That's right, and he was the first Asian American nominee for Best Leading Actor in
Love
that
that.
category, so making history last night.
Love that.
And looking absolutely fabulous
He
while
is
doing
absolutely fabulous and handsome, I might add.
it. And very handsome,
Yeah.
very handsome.
Dapper.
If you're single, call me, okay? Well, you know who's not single? Amal and George Clooney,
Yes.
this Hollywood it couple, hit the red carpet for the Tonys last night. What did you think of their look?
So here's the thing about George Clooney. He was Hollywood's most eligible bachelor for years. He's the silver fox now. He's so handsome. He's married a huge lawyer. And
Impressive woman, like so
Yes.
educated, so smart,
Absolutely.
and just amazing. His hair is actually something a lot of people are talking about
Yes.
today, because for the show that he's in, he had dyed it black.
Yes.
And he brought back the silver fox for the
And
red
you know
carpet.
the thing is, I just think that he is giving us Cary Grant.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? I know that our audience is a little young, but for those out there who have a certain age like me, if you remember Cary Grant and all of the Hollywood leading men of the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they were so dapper with their hair. And I think that entire look is a look.
Yes.
You know?
I think what he did was just classic George Clooney,
Yeah.
nothing
Well,
special,
yeah.
but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
And Amal looked gorgeous. It looked like were those pearls
It was a
on
beaded-
there.
it was a beaded
Beautiful
bodice.
beaded.
Yes.
She does her signature hair too. They do have their signature look.
So I'm gonna say this, I love a signature look. I love someone that you can always expect the same thing from. And like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. She gives me a little dry at times.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would like the hair to be a little different and not even anything too extreme. What you're doing, if we frost a little, you know, balayage, something like that.
a
with
little something.
flair, a little razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's a classic look, and I just gotta echo you one more time. If it ain't broke,
Don't fix it.
There we
There you
go.
go. All righty. Well, thank you so much for coming back in and wrapping up these Tony Award looks. Viewers, if you want Nia to help you look better, feel better, be better, you can shop her style selections at MMW Style Studio. Thanks again for coming in, Nia.
thank you so much for having me.